Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm really glad to have you here today. Today we are going to continue on with our Act 1 story quest. And this time, if you were watching the video that I just put up of finishing the storyline for Scar, then you'll know that doing that activated the pumpkin house in the Forgotten Lands. So we are going to work on that today. But if you are new here, hello, hi, welcome in. I am finishing up Act 1 of Disney Dreamlight Valley, hopefully in time for Act 2 to drop in just a few days on Tuesday, December 5th. So without further ado, let's get started. But before we do, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So we have to start by just investigating the pumpkin house. All right. Whoops, I did not want to sit there. Talk to her. Oh my, is it really? It couldn't be. Oh, let me have you look at you. Steph! Oh, it is you, isn't it? You must be the Fairy Godmother. Why, yes, of course. Now, where is that wand? I was sure oh dear, I'm holding it, aren't I? Well then, I suppose that's one problem solved, isn't it? And now that you're here, perhaps together we can solve another. Oh, but let me get one lower look at you. It's been far too long, my dear. It really is you, isn't it? And not that shadow of you. Shadow of me? Are you talking about the Forgotten? Yes, but now I'm certain that it's you. What a relief. You see, I've been trying to solve a magical conundrum the Forgotten left behind. Long ago, the Forgotten stole the Orb of Remembrance and hid it along with some of the lost memories in the Dreamscape. What's the Dreamscape? Oh, you may not know its name, but you've been there before, nearly every time you've closed your eyes. The Dreamscape is the place between dreams and the waking world. The rules there, well, they're a bit out of order. And it's a fine place for hiding things, such as an orb, or perhaps memories you'd rather forget. What sort of memories did the Forgotten hide? I'm afraid I haven't the faintest idea. That's one of the reasons I was so happy to see you. It seems to me the Forgotten would want to forget the same sorts of things you might. As for me, well, I'm afraid I don't need a dreamscape or magic spell to forget things. I seem to do that all on my own. That's why I always tie my cape on. You know, otherwise I'd never remember where I'd put it. So how do we get the orb back? Well, that's what I've been trying to do here all along, but every spell I've tried simply hasn't worked. You mean you've been in this pumpkin house the whole time trying to figure this out on your own? Yes, but I'm afraid I've only managed to bumble it. The Forgotten has hidden the door to the dreamscape behind a powerful illusion, and no matter what I do, I can't seem to lift it. Oh, but now you're here. You're magic. It's just like the Forgotten's. Perhaps if we combined our magic together. I'm on it. There's nothing in the world I admire more than someone who delights in their duties and doesn't see them as a chore. Now, before the Nightthorns parted me from the rest of the village, I managed to grab a handful of spell books. One enchantment seems to hold the most promise. Would you be a dear and gather some purified night shards for it? I'll take care of the rest. Just meet me back here once you've found it. After all, what's lost must be found again. And on you, I know we can depend. All right, so how many night shards do we need? 5. Uh-oh. Hopefully I have enough night shards to do this. All right. Oop. So let's go to our crafting bench. And get our night shards. All right, purified night shards. There they are. Oh, I only have enough to make 4. Fantastic. All right. So I'm going to do some digging and find some more night shards, and then I'll be back to finish the rest of the story. All right, luckily it did not take a very long time to find them, but if you are in a pickle and you need them right away, you can craft some from the bench. You just need some onyx to do so, and each onyx will give you 3. So that's just a little tidbit. All right. So now we just need to take them back to the Fairy Godmother. All right. Go around this tree. There we go. All right. There you go. Oh, look at you, dear. You found everything I asked for. Let's see. Yes, this should do nicely. Now come along. Don't be slow. To the Dreamscape we must go. Wait, is the Dreamscape dangerous? Well, the only dangers in the Dreamscape are the ones you carry in your mind. And whatever the Forgotten may have left behind. Now then, meet me at the mountain in the middle of the Forgotten Lands. See you soon. Alright, so let's go. Alright. Go. There we go. Alright. Here we are, the gateway between Dreamlight Valley and the Dreamscape inside. We'll find the place between waking life and this realm, the realm of dreams. It's not as impressive as I expected. That's because you need to look with more than just your eyes. Focus your magic, soon all will be unveiled. The Forgotten's illusion must be dispelled. Dreamscape, reveal yourself.
Keep believing in yourself, and wonderful things are sure to happen.
Alright, so we are going to go into the Dreamscape now. And there is the final orb that we need.
Well, look who it is.
Ah, here we are. Peculiar, isn't it? It's as though we've traveled a long way, and as if we've done nothing more than close our eyes. This place is amazing. It certainly is. The Dreamscape built this out of pure imagination to help the Forgotten protect something very important. The Orb of Remembrance is on that pedestal, in the center of the room. Oh, but I'm afraid its power has grown dim. If we're to restore it, we must find the memories the Forgotten has scattered. So how do we do that? Well, each memory holds some of the whisper of virtues that have been forgotten. And many are already here to be found. Just gather the memories you see all around. She talks like she's Dr. Seuss. Alright, so we have to grab these memories. Alright. That was the memory of love. Here's another one. Alright, so that was the memory of courage. So this should be the memory of power. Alright, so I have to go back to the Fairy Godmother.
Hello, child.
I picked up all the memories, but there are some pieces missing. Yes, these memories. Why, they're just pieces of something larger that the Forgotten meant to hide. I'm afraid the Forgotten has hidden something here much deeper. If we're to uncover it, well, it won't be as simple as finding the memories. I'm afraid you'll have to live the Forgotten's lost memories yourself. I need to become the Forgotten. Yes, but just in a sense. The Dreamscape only has the power to show. So how do I do this? How do I live out the Forgotten's memories? The Dreamscape always finds a way. Follow me and don't delay. The Forgotten Memories quest deal with some difficult emotions and themes such as sadness, loneliness, and anger. If you're not in the right space to deal with these themes, consider returning to your village until you feel prepared to face them. So that is just a warning of what we're going to be encountering. Alright, so the gateway. Here we go. Alright, Steph, it's time to pass through the first gate. There you'll find yourself inside one of the Forgotten's oldest memories. For as long as you're in that place, you'll be the Forgotten. You'll see and hear what they saw and heard. But more than that, you'll feel what the Forgotten felt. This sounds dangerous. Well, if you ever feel yourself becoming lost in the Forgotten's memory, simply step back through the gate and I'll be here waiting for you. Whatever you find on the other side, it must have been important to the Forgotten. It might even be what set them on the path to becoming what they are. When you're ready, step through the gate and see what sealed the Forgotten's fate. Alright, let's go. Alright, so see what Mickey wants this time. So, as you can see, we're in a different part of Dreamlight Valley. It's the meadow, but it doesn't look like the meadow we know. It's much smaller. And it looks like Goofy's house is the only thing around. Oh, hiya, Steph. You're just who I was looking for. You were looking for me? But why? Who cares about boring old me? Gosh, I care about you a ton. And, well, you haven't seemed like yourself lately. Is there anything you want to talk about? Everything is awful. I just... No, nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Why can't I ever say how I feel? Ugh. You sure everything's okay, pal? Everything is fine. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm great. I'm amazing. What's the point? Nobody would get it anyway. Well, alright. But, you know, if you ever need to talk, I'm always around. What did you want to talk to me about anyway? Oh, right. I almost forgot. I noticed there are all sorts of new flowers growing around the valley. And I wanted to make a big bouquet for Minnie to show her just how special she is. I thought maybe you could help because, well, you're the best in the whole valley at picking out nice flowers. Sure, fine. I'll pick you some flowers. I'll probably screw that up too. Thanks, pal. And hey, just remember, I'm always here to talk. Alright, so we have to pick up some ugly flowers. Alright. That's not for now. Alright, there's one here. So we have 3 now. We need 2 more. There's Minnie. Oh, here's one. And we need 1 more. There we go. I see it. Alright. Okay, so I have to make a hideous bouquet. Alright. find Minnie by the pillar and give her the bouquet. Because you have to do everything around here. Oh, goodness. What's this? It's a gift from Mickey. A bouquet? Oh, Steph, it's so original. Did Mickey make it? No, I did. How kind of you. I'm very grateful, Steph. But before you go, I wanted to make sure that everything is all right. You haven't seemed quite like yourself lately. Why does everyone keep saying that? I'm fine. That's good to hear, and thank you for the flowers. It was a lovely gesture. I'll go find a vase for them right away. They look like they just need a little love and care. I don't think that's going to help. All right. So go back to Mickey. That we can do. Oh, hiya, pal. Did you have any luck finding nice flowers? I found some, nice flowers. Made a bouquet, gave it to Minnie. You did? Thanks, pal. But, you didn't have to do all that on your own. You could have just given them to me and I would have taken care of the rest. Or even better, we could have made it together. Oh, right, that makes sense. Well, it's done, so whatever, I guess. That's okay, pal. I'll just go and see how many liked them. Thanks again. Oh, and, say, I think Goofy's looking for you. Maybe you could go find him? Alright, let's go find Goofy. Howdy, Steph. You know, I was just thinking, I can't remember the last time we shared a yummy meal together. I'm not really hungry. Yeah, I can't remember either. Well, I just fished up about the juiciest shrimp I've ever seen. How about if I gave you that and maybe you could go round up the rest of the ingredients and we'll make some bouillabaisse? Okay. Alright. So let's get these rotting vegetables that I found. Oops. Okay, so there's 2 rotten clams. So we have those. And I didn't happen upon the other ingredients, but we'll find them. Oh, there's the tomato. And we need a carrot. Let's see, where is it? It could be anywhere. Nope, nothing down there. Okay. Let's see. I am not finding this carrot right now. Whoops. There it is. It's behind Goofy's house. Alright. So, cook the bouillabaisse. Just autofill and go. Alright. There you go. Gosh, you cooked the whole meal yourself? Well, thanks, Steph, but I was hoping we could cook it together. Oh. Oh, that's okay. At least we can share it together, right? I'm not hungry. You okay, pal? Like anybody would understand, even if I could explain it to them. I'm fine. Oh, alright, but you know, I'm always here if you need me. Now I'm gonna dig into this meal you cooked for me. I can't wait to try it. It smells kind of interesting. Maybe I'll just save it for later. Must be one of those dishes that gets even better after it sits for a bit. Say, I think Minnie was looking for you. You might want to go see what she wants. All right. And to Minnie. You want something? Oh, yes, I do. Ugh, what's it going to be this time? I just wanted to tell you that you're loved. That's it? Yes, I think that everyone needs to hear that they're cared about now and then, don't you? You mustn't be afraid to let your friends know how you feel, even if you might feel a little silly doing it. I wish I could disappear. Steph? It's fine. I'm fine. Thanks for the talk. All right, the memory of friendship. All right. You've returned. Splendid. Now, what did you learn inside? It was so strange. I felt everything the Forgotten must have felt. The Forgotten lost their excitement for life. It was such a beautiful day in the valley, but everything just seemed like a chore. Oh dear, it's sad indeed when what once brought joy now only serves to vex and annoy. I fear that the key to stopping the Forgotten lies in another of these memories. But do you feel at least that you understand the Forgotten a bit better now? Yes. The Forgotten never asked to be stuck here. If I felt that lonely and frustrated, I guess I might do some of the things the Forgotten has done too. Many would, but just because we can understand the Forgotten doesn't mean we must agree with the path they walk down. Let's hope that the next memory holds the key to finding the Forgotten and helping them. Now, Steph, follow me. There's so much more here to see. All right, over to the next one. Goodness me, some very strong emotions are coming from the next archway. Whatever the Forgotten was trying to hide, there's quite a lot of anger and betrayal inside. There's only one thing to do. I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, pass through the gate and discover what led the Forgotten to lose their trusting spirit. All right, so this should take us into the glade. All right. Mother Gothel. Just who I was hoping to see. Darling, tell me. You've noticed all those ugly night thorns sprouting around the valley, and how some of the villagers are starting to lose their memories. Merlin hasn't the faintest clue what might be causing it. But don't worry, I won't tell him it's all your fault. My fault? Well, of course it is. This village clearly reflects you, your dreams, your desires, your fears. And we've all noticed that you haven't been yourself lately. What? No, I'm fine. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You mustn't lie to Mother Gothel. You know how I hate that. But don't worry, there's nothing wrong with you. You're simply growing up. You're finally seeing the world for the cruel and dangerous place it is. Maybe you're right. I always am. Now trust me, after all, we must look out for ourselves. In fact, follow me. You have much to learn. All right, back to the pillar. Whoops. Here we are. Now pay attention, dear. These pillars have been here for as long as anyone in the village can remember. If you asked Merlin, he'd tell you they symbolize the virtues that holds this village together and protect it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and how that man loves to hear himself talk. Don't insult Merlin. What a pity you still insist on defending Merlin, even though he's done nothing but lie to you. Huh? What do you mean? Merlin told you that these pillars protect the village, but they don't. They only prevent brilliant people like us from reaching our full potential. Everything he's told you about light and dark magic, friendship, trust, and so on, nothing more than lies to keep you under his control. What should I do now? It's time to find out what you're truly capable of. Rip the orb out of the pillar, then you'll see what I'm saying is true.
Now you'll always know to listen to Mother.
The orb, darling, you've done it, and not to worry, I'll dispose of it safely. Mustn't let it fall into the wrong hands. Now see, doesn't everything feel better without that pesky pillar getting in the way? Of course I am, dear. I can't wait to show you how much grander life can be when you aren't afraid to live under Merlin's rules. But first, you'll have to do me one itsy-bitsy favor. What is it? Oh, I do love how obliging you are. You really should show this side of yourself more often. Now, to the task at hand. I'm devastated that I've lost one of my most prized possessions, a jewel-encrusted mirror. I was admiring myself when I simply dropped it in the water somewhere around here. How clumsy of me. I'll get it. And that's why I love you, dear. You do things without asking bothersome questions. Finding my jewel-encrusted mirror will be no trouble for you. Simply use that fishy rod of yours in the water. I'll be waiting for you near the giant willow, not doing anything suspicious. Ha! I'm just teasing, darling. See you soon. All right. Okay, some other Gothels over there. Let's check this. Well, that definitely wasn't it. All right. Oh, there's something over here. There we go. We got it. All right. My mirror, you found it. And so quickly, I knew I could count on you. This mirror is a piece of junk. Of course it is, darling. Did you really think I would ever drop something of value? Oh, don't look so upset. You must stop taking everything so seriously. Now, shall I tell you my plan? You see, I've always wondered if that dreamlight magic of yours might work like Rapunzel's magical hair. So I borrowed a little book from Merlin, traded for a few potions and ingredients from Ursula, and now that the magic of the orb is gone, there's nothing to stop me from throwing it all together to keep you safe in the giant willow forever. It's for your own good, dear. The world outside is far too dangerous. Trust me, it's better this way. You'll see, in time, that I can be a very loving mother. Well, if you were ever wondering how Mother Gothel got trapped in there, that would be how. Her magic seems to have backfired. Alright, so we just have one more to get. Goodness, what did you find in the Forgotten second memory? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Not a ghost, just a Gothel. She betrayed the Forgotten. The Forgotten trusted her, and she tried to do something horrible. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. When we feel alone, that's often when we're most vulnerable. Now, I don't know if this brings us any closer to saving the valley, but perhaps now you understand the Forgotten a bit better. The Forgotten's pain is becoming so real to me. How could the Forgotten ever trust anyone again after what Mother Gothel did? Once all this is over, I'm going to need to have a little talk with her. Trust is fragile, dear. We must beware. Once broken, it's difficult to repair. Now then, I'm afraid we still don't have all the answers we need. But perhaps we'll find them through this final gate. Follow me. All right. Listen closely, Steph. Beyond the last gateway, you'll find the final lost memory of the Forgotten. Whatever happened here, it changed them into what they are now. The night thorns of the forgetting, all of it seems to be outside of the Forgotten's control. That may be so. When one is lonely and uncertain, it is easy to lose your way. Now, collect yourself. You mustn't wait. Go boldly forward and step through the gate. And if it gets to be a bit too much, just know that I will be right here waiting. All right, let's go. All right. Oh, I can't wait for this. If you have not seen this happen yet, you're going to learn a lot from this. Ah, at last. You're the only one here who's not a complete fool. What do you want? All right. Manners, Steph. Churlishness is far from endearing. Now then, I have a small question to ask you. It seems to me that those of us who are wise, strong, and cunning should take up the mantle of leadership. I agree. Oh, you are ever so wise. Unfortunately, there's one minor inconvenience stopping us from assuming power. It's that monstrosity there near the end of the river. You mean the pillar and the orb of nurturing? Precisely. The windbag with the white mane spends hours examining it, play acting as if they's trying to understand its power. But I'm certain it's there to watch over us, to keep us in our place, as it were. I guess we could tear the orb out like I tore out the one in the Glade of Trust? Precisely, and that's just what I've tried. But it seems to feed off the nature around it. If only someone could injure the flora and fauna, temporarily, of course, perhaps you'd be able to destroy it. Is he trying to trick me like Mother Gothel did? I can't trust him. But I can't trust Merlin either. I'll do it. I'll get the orb out of the pillar. I knew you'd see reason. If it were me, I'd start by destroying the hideous flowers scattered about. I never have cared for them. Crush the flowers. All right. There are 8 in total. There we go. Okay, so the final 3 must be across the bridge. Let me just make sure there's nothing in here. Nope. Alright, let's go across the bridge and get the last 3. That should be over here. Alright. Got it. Oh, nope. We are missing one. Alright, let's find this last guy. Let's see. Alright. Oh, I see it now. It's back here. Completely walked by it. There we go. Alright. Ah, you can feel it, can't you? Whatever that monstrosity is, its power has begun to wane. But there's still more work to do. What should I do next? You know, I have an idea. I'm sure you've noticed all the strange weeds sprouting up. The night thorns, you mean? Ugh, yes, if we must use that windbag's name for them. Regardless of the moniker, I rather like them, don't you? Though they do seem to sap the life out of everything around them. Wanting to know more, I dug where you would expect to see seeds, and instead I found these small bits of darkness. I suppose you could plant them and see what happens. Try near the pillar itself, or the entrance to those caverns over there. Or that dreamlight tree that Simba's so fond of. I'll be waiting near my den when you finish the task. Alright. Two, three, 4, 5. All right. Let's get these watered. All right. The dreamlight tree is over here. One. There's what, 5 here? I don't know, just 5 holes. There we go. All right. Over here by the waterfall is our final stop for now. Ah, 3. There we go. Okay. Let's get some more energy first. All right, so let's grab this orb. Return to Scar. There he is. You've done it. Bravo. Now, just give me that pesky thing. The Orb of Nurturing, what would you want with that? Oh, only for safekeeping, of course. I may not understand exactly what it is, but I know something powerful and dangerous when I see it. He is tricking me. He's tricking me just like Mother Gothel did. I know exactly what you're trying to do, and I'm not going to fall for it. Oh dear, temper stuff. Can't you see that you've already done exactly what I wanted? Look at everything you've broken. The other villagers will never forgive you for this. You're wrong. Am I? You can only fool yourself for so long. You must see how the villagers are ignoring you more and more. How it seems like they're looking right through you. Oh, there's no point in worrying. I can easily fix this for you. Simply let me rule Dreamlight Valley. It will be an immense burden, but I'm prepared to make the sacrifice. Besides, it's really your only choice. Make me king and stand at my side. Or run away and never return. You'll never be king, Scar. I'll make sure of that. Ah, you ingrate, after all I've done for you. If you come to your senses, I'll be in my cave. Yeah, you will. All right, Merlin's here now. Stuff. Well, I was looking for Scar, but never mind that. You and I are long past due for a chat. Yeah, go ahead, yell at me. Yell at you? Why would I? Oh, no. I'm not angry. I'm rather worried. Of course, I'm concerned about all that's going on in the village, but it's you I'm most worried about. Well, you don't have to worry, because I'll run away, and I'll run away and never return. Please, Stuff, let me explain. You don't even have to listen if you don't care to. Now then, it's only natural that as you mature, there will be parts of yourself you question, things you wish to leave behind. But there are some things you must never lose faith in. Friendship, love, acts of care for one another. They're the most powerful magic of all. And they're the greatest forces in Dreamlight Valley, or, well, anywhere. They don't feel very powerful. Ah, I see. Sometimes when we feel cut off from love and friendship, it might appear that way, but impressions can be misleading. We all care deeply about you, I promise. Love and friendship are always here for you when you're in need of them. You're lying. Every word I've said is the truth. Be careful of the path you're walking down, Stuff. I implore you. Some things must never be forgotten. Some things must be forgotten. All right, final memory. All right. Well, Stuff, what did you discover in the final memory? Scar tricked the Forgotten into helping the Nightthorns spread, and then Merlin showed up. Merlin warned the Forgotten not to lose faith in love, friendship, and the power of small acts of care. But it was too late. The Forgotten was far too gone. We mustn't give up. Merlin may have planted a seed in the Forgotten's mind. Perhaps it just needs a little watering. In the final memory, it looked like the Forgotten ran away to a castle. I've seen that castle before. There's another side of Dreamlight Valley, a shadowy side. You can get there through portals. Of course, if you're ever to save the Forgotten, you must venture to the Forgotten's home and face them. But how to get there? Perhaps it's time I consult with Merlin. Oh, before I depart, now that the Forgotten's memories are recovered, the Orb of Remembrance is repaired. Be a dear, return it to the Forgotten Lands while I seek out Merlin. Goodbye for now. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon, dear.
All right. Uh-oh. She's here. After all this time, here we are, face to face. I have all these memories in my head all of a sudden. You must have seen them too. So you must know what I am by now. You're my inner child. You split off from me when I stopped visiting Dreamlight Valley. Inner child, but how can we really say which one of us is the real Stuff? Maybe you're just the part that moved on, a piece of me that left. It doesn't matter. I just want to help. I don't want to hurt you. Really, I want to help. Is that what you think about me? That I'm some kind of weakling who needs help? Maybe I was once, but not anymore. Needing help doesn't make you weak. That's what Merlin was trying to tell you. Caring for others. That's not something you leave behind. It makes us stronger, not weaker. It holds the valley together. Please, let us help you. You think I didn't try to ask for help? After that day with Scar, no one could hear me. I was trapped in the shadows, alone, lost. It takes all my magic now just to step out into the light. But you're here now. Let's fix all of this. Fix all of this? That's exactly what I've been trying to do. I haven't been hiding. I've been busy. Busy? Doing what? Do you expect me to just tell you my whole plan like some kind of villain at the end of a movie? If you've got a plan, I can help. You could never help because you could never understand. There's only one way to make sure that no one ever gets pulled to the dark side of Dreamlight Valley like I was. Or only one way to make sure no one is ever lonely again. I need to rip open the walls between worlds, between Dreamlight Valley and the other side. And now I have the last thing I was missing. The way to fuel the spell, the Orb of Remembrance. Oh dear. Alright, so where is the Fairy Godmother? There she is. Steph, something's happened, hasn't it? The sky above the valley seems to be opening. Wait a moment, what's happened to the Orb of Remembrance? The Forgotten showed up and stole it from me. The Forgotten? Oh dear. That's not all. The Forgotten is planning some sort of spell to tear down the wall between Dreamlight Valley and the dark side. Goodness, they want to render the fabric of reality? Tear down the wall between one world and the next? That's a very dangerous sort of magic. With just the slightest slip, the Forgotten could destroy everything. You mean all of Dreamlight Valley? No, I mean everything. Dreamlight Valley, the dark side, the here and there, the realms. Perhaps even the waking world. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. No lost inner child of mine is going to destroy the universe. I know I can stop this. It's difficult magic, dear. For now, Dreamlight Valley is safe and stable, but we must do what we can while we're able. Soon you'll have no choice but to cross to the dark side and confront the Forgotten. I'll consult with Merlin on how we might do that. In the meantime, you should do what you've always done. Keep taking care of Dreamlight Valley. Alright, so that completes the beginning part of the final parts of Act 1. So thank you guys for hanging out with me for that today. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like button if you have not already and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Alright, so if you caught the end of Act 1 video, you'll know that we saved the valley with the help of the Forgotten. And I just spoke to her and she handed me the Orb of Remembrance that she stole from the Fairy Godmother's quest that we were working on earlier. So now we just need to go put this in the pillar. There we go. All right, let's go talk to Merlin to finish this out. All right, so Merlin's over here in the corner. Just who I wanted to see. You've done so much for the village, but there's still more to do. All in a day's work. Haha, that's the attitude we need. Now, first off, even though the Forgotten has been pulled back from the brink, we'll still be dealing with the side effects of the Forgetting for quite some time. Why, I've already seen new Nightthorns sprouting. I guess caring for the village is a job that's never done. Too true. I'm glad you see it that way. There are still countless villagers in their realms waiting for you to bring them back to the valley. And perhaps in time, more doors will open for you. Oh, and that's not all. Dreamlight Valley isn't the only place to discover this world. There are many islands out there, each with their own secrets. One day we may visit them all. Who knows what we might uncover? In any case, there's no shortage of secrets left to find right here in the village. I'm sure you'll keep us making this a splendid place for all of us to call home. The possibilities are quite limitless, aren't they? All right, so that completes everything with the Orb of Remembrance from the Fairy Godmother. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!